Welcome back. You're watching Markets at Noon on ET Now. The one asset class that's, of course, been catching all of our attention, not just in 2020, but in 2021 as well, is cryptocurrencies. Bitcoins, in fact, with the massive rally being witnessed overnight that took the cryptocurrency to beyond 47,000. In fact, it's just shy of that 47,500 mark as it hit an all-time high of 47,493. The trigger this time is on Tesla's announcement, where they have said that they have invested $1.5 billion in the cryptocurrency. And not just that, they've also said that they plan to accept this cryptocurrency as a form of payment for its products. Now, as the cryptocurrency gets acceptance from a big firm like Tesla, it sort of gives a boost of confidence to retail investors as well. So just as you thought that, okay, now the Bitcoin is done with its period of, a big surge like we usually see, and is now entering a period of lull, there we go. There's a big surge from, this move by Tesla. However, folks in India, be wary, because the government is bringing that bill to ban the use of cryptocurrencies, private cryptocurrencies rather. Instead, it's saying that the RBI will create a cryptocurrency and that will be introduced into the system by the government. So let's understand all of this and make sense of this news with Nischal Shetty, founder and CEO of WazirX. Nischal, hi. Thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. So to start with, Nischal, I think Elon Musk seems to have walked the talk. I mean, in the past as well, he has expressed his confidence in the cryptocurrency. So first, let's understand the global perspective on Bitcoin. What sort of, a stamp of confidence it gives into this cryptocurrency, when you have a name like Elon Musk buying in?
Yeah, I think, it's a very significant move. While Elon Musk and Tesla are not the first institutional player getting into Bitcoin, but I think it's very significant because if you look at the history of Elon Musk, he has backed technology which has proven itself over time. Be it the PayPal or Tesla or SpaceX, he's always backed technology that seems to be futuristic, and it's always shown results. So I think that's a very significant move. The second is what this also shows us is that, for example, Tesla invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin. That's about 7.7% of the cash reserves they have. So it shows that companies might be opening up that 5 to 10% high risk margin into Bitcoin, where they believe they could hedge instead of just having cash reserves. Why not have 5 to 10% in a global digital asset like cryptocurrencies? So I think it now might open the doors for other companies around the world to copy and do something similar to what Tesla is doing. I think it's a very significant move. The markets have already reacted with over 15 to 20% jump in the Bitcoin prices in less than 24 hours, which is one of the most significant jumps that has happened in recent times. So I think net, it's really amazing. And we are not talking small numbers. We're talking about $1.5 billion of Bitcoin being bought. So that, again, is very, very significant, I believe.
All right. Initial, however, when I have to look at it from an India point of view, things may not seem all that hunky-dory because, yes, a move by Tesla could send Bitcoin prices soaring to $47,000. But if that bill does come in to ban private cryptocurrencies, what does it mean for those, what does it mean for the India Bitcoin prices? And also, by the way, for those individuals who have bought, Bitcoins in India via various platforms, via exchanges like yours?
I don't believe that India would go towards banning cryptocurrencies simply because no other country in the world has banned them. You look at the US, EU region countries or UK, they're all talking about regulation, and regulation plays an important part because then they can be involved in the technology and grow and build large companies. So I believe India will probably go in that same direction. The bill is a good indicator that the government wants to take a step forward. It's better than having uncertainty where until we got this news, there was no clear understanding of whether the government was even involved in the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. So I think we see it with, of course, some caution, but there's also some optimism that the government is taking the right step forwards of at least trying to regulate this. And I believe that regulations won't come overnight. We've seen this happen in the US also. It's been 2-3 years since the government has been talking about regulating crypto there, and it hasn't happened yet because this is not a straightforward technology that you can just simply regulate. It's a combination of finance and technology, and there are a lot of factors to be considered. Like you said, there are over 7 to 10 million people in India who hold Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, and the worth of this would be over $1 billion. So that the question is, if you simply talk of a ban, what happens to all this wealth that people have accumulated in the last 7 to 10 years? So I think a lot of unanswered questions exist, which I believe with this introduction of this bill, probably there will be dialogues with the industry players. We can provide a lot of data to the government to show how a positive regulation is probably the right way, rather than simply trying to ban a new and innovative technology. So I think it's a good positive step that at least we are talking about some regulatory movement out here.
All right, Nischal, thanks so much for taking out time for us. On that note, we're taking a break. Coming back quickly, remember Bitcoin as an asset class is up close to 60% on a YTD basis. This is coming after a strong move in 2020 from the 2020 lows as well.